Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us tonight. The desperate search for a beautiful 3-year-old Florida girl, Kelly, the tot mom, in court just hours ago on charges of murder.
This morning, Casey Anthony made a first court appearance on murder charges. The mother of missing Florida toddler Kaylee Anthony did not enter a plea, and the judge refused bond during those proceedings, which took about a minute and a half. She's accused of killing her daughter, even though the little girl's body hasn't been found.
My granddaughter, Kaylee Marie Anthony, who's age 3, is alive. I'm going to find her.
Even though George Anthony's daughter, Casey, is now charged with killing her toddler, the grandfather believes Kaylee will be back in his arms.
I would give my life right this second to have her be dropped off in front of all of us. I would do that.
Just yesterday, George testified under oath before a grand jury, the same grand jury that indicted his daughter for murder. But he does not believe his courtroom testimony hurt Casey, saying criminal charges were inevitable.
You know, weeks ago, almost day 1 or day 2, we knew what was going to happen. I mean, it's pretty self-evident.
Despite testifying against her, George asserts that Casey is a good mother who would never harm her child.
I'm going to stand alongside my daughter no matter what.
And George says he's clinging to hope that Kaylee is okay.
I still believe in my heart and everything that we're still getting, tips and things like that my granddaughter is still out there, and she is alive. These people that are out there that we feel might have been involved in something, and again, that's just speculation on my part. Yeah, they're being watched. They might not know, they're being watched.
Tot mom Casey Anthony in court just hours ago answering up on felony charges handed down by a secret grand jury, multiple counts including murder 1. That murder charge not outlining the mode of murder. Police yet to discover the remains of little Kelly. Let's go straight out to Mark Williams at WNDB News Radio. Mark, what's the latest? What happened in court?
Well, it was a cut and dry thing. 30 seconds in the courtroom. Basically, Casey Anthony, along with Jose Baez, her attorney, appeared before a judge. All of a sudden, the judge asked her, "Are you Casey Anthony?" She replied, "Yes." He read the charges against her. He said the capital murder charge is non-bailable, and she did not make any plea, and she was hustled back to her jail cell, which is only 12.5 by 8 by 7 feet.
Okay, yes or no, Mark Williams, did the defense attorney file a motion for speedy trial out loud in court today?
Not that we know of. It was a very, very, very quick session. Like I said, only 30 seconds or so.
Would we have known if he said that in court today? Wasn't the courtroom open? Was there a motion filed orally in court to your knowledge?
Most of us saw it on video that's supplied by the Orange County judicial system here.
Yes, no. Is there a motion for speedy trial? Did you hear Baez make the motion?
I did not hear Baez make that motion.
To Nikki Pierce, WDBO, did you hear him make the motion?
No, I did not hear him make the motion for a speedy trial.
Okay, Natisha Lance, our producer, standing by at the jail. Do we know that such a motion has been filed?
No, he did not make any motion this morning out loud in court.
Okay, well, that really beats all. Let's unleash the lawyers. We are taking your calls live. Joining us tonight out of New York, child advocate Susan Moss, defense attorney out of Atlanta, Renee Rockwell, Alan Ripka, veteran trial lawyer, also joining us out of New York. Susan Moss, weigh in.
Between the hair and the air, this woman couldn't get the chair. I mean, there's some real evidence in this case the defense team is going to have a hard time refuting. There was hair found in the trunk of her car. That hair allegedly has bands that would show the decomposition due to death. There is air evidence from the body farm in Tennessee. There is some real evidence that there was a death, and that's probably Kaylee.
To defense attorneys Renee Rockwell and Alan Ripka. Renee, I've been hearing on and on, second verse, same as the first, over and over and over. We'll take this to trial. We'll put the state to the test. Where's the motion for speedy trial? I heard Baez stating in a press conference, we want a quick trial. Where's the motion? You don't even have to write it down. You can stand in open court in practically every jurisdiction in this country and say, I demand, under the Constitution, a demand for speedy trial. Right now, I want my trial within 6 months. Put up or shut up. Didn't happen. Why?
It didn't happen, Nancy. I don't think he needs to commit now, but I think he is probably waiting to see if this is going to be a death penalty case strategy, Nancy.
Okay. In my mind, Alan Ripka, that would make it even more necessary to file the demand right now.
I agree. First of all, he's got to protect his client. He should have did it right then and then to start the clock ticking. Furthermore, let's hope this guy Baez can handle this kind of case. You need experience in capital murder cases, and he may not be the right one for the job.
You know, speaking of, it's my understanding, back out to Mark Williams with WNDB News Radio 1150. Mark, he did file today a notice of appearance, which says to me he's going forward as a trial lawyer on this case.
Yeah, he is. He is going forward with it. They have like 180, 190 days to get the trial underway. But here's the big deal, is that he is not qualified, according to Florida judicial law, to try this case in court. He has only been in an attorney for the past 3 years, and this is not. He's never served as co-counsel in a case.
So, Mark Williams, when you say he has been practicing law for about 3 years, what has he been doing? What is his trial experience?
Well, just this past April, he defended a gentleman in Lake County, which is just outside of Orlando, on a murder charge. The gentleman was eventually convicted, so he lost that case.
Well,
also,
was he lead counsel? Was he first chair?
I couldn't tell you that, Nancy, because I was not that familiar with the case. But he has had some success. A Kissimmee mayor by the name of George Gant, who's a doctor, was accused of some, how should we say this, funny business with some patients. He was exonerated in that.
Mark, did Baez take that to a jury trial?
I think that was settled right out of court.
Okay, settlement. I'm not impressed. I want to find out how many trials this guy has had, because I'm telling you, I'm not saying he's a bad lawyer. I'm not saying that at all. Not at all. But I am saying there's a very big difference, Mark Williams, in settling a case and striking a jury and going to trial on a death penalty case. In fact, Mark Williams, it is such a vast difference that the law in most jurisdictions requires the lawyer to have quite a bit of litigation, courtroom litigation. I'm not talking about depositions and filling out forms. Courtroom experience. You've got somebody's life in your hands. Speaking of a life in your hands, to Leonard Padilla, bounty hunter out of Sacramento, California, who first put up the bond for Mom Casey Anthony, we understand there may be new blockbuster evidence found related to the car and a plastic bag.
Well, I think what they've got is they've got the bag that the gentleman at the yard threw over the fence, and then one of the detectives, God bless him, went over there that night and retrieved the bag, and they have found body evidence on the outside of the bag, which had pizza leftovers on the inside, and on the outside there was maggots. And I think your Dr. Kobolinski will tell you that maggots would not, I don't believe, feed on pizza, but on the outside of the bag there were maggots.
Do we know anything about fluids from a body, Leonard?
Yes, there were body fluids on the outside of the bag, yes.
I understand that there is an election going on, and I understand that those days are numbered, and I understand that Casey Anthony is public enemy #1.